Okay, I think we're good to go. I think we've got it. Okay. Let me just see if, yay, all right, cool. Sorry guys, the comments are a little slow on Facebook. So awesome, you can hear me, you can see me, I am excited. All right, so today I want to share with you guys 4 steps. They're pretty simple, very simple actually, steps to generate more sales and fewer objections. So one of the things that I see happening quite a bit, and I experience this as well, is that when it comes to overcoming objections, we tend to stall and get really stuck. There's a couple of things, right? So generating sales in your business can be challenging just in itself, but never mind having to overcome objections that are coming up. So really what's important with this and why I'm excited to talk about this today is because really too many entrepreneurs are complicating this process. They're overcomplicating sales. So sales is really simple, right? You have an offer, you put people in front of it. It's really that simple. But we tend to overcomplicate it with all the different ways that we can market, and we have these mindset things that step in and tell us that we're not good enough and we don't deserve to be paid that well, or nobody's going to buy it. You know, nobody's going to pay that much, or they're going to think I'm like crazy. What if? And all of this stuff starts to come up, and this is what makes sales so complicated. Sales is actually extremely easy, but if you don't know how to conduct sales in your business and for your business, then you struggle and you don't have a business, because a business absolutely has to have sales. You absolutely need to be generating income in your business every single day. Like literally, there shouldn't be a day that goes by where your business is not making any revenue. You should see income coming into your business every day. And that does not mean that you have to work your ass off every day for that to happen. It means that you have to focus on the right things and put the right things in place so that when you're not working, maybe you are on a vacation with your family, maybe you are at a live event, maybe you're taking some time off or it's the weekend, whatever reason it may be that you are not at your desk working, there should still be income and people, new leads coming into your business, right? So it's just a matter of focusing on the right things and putting the right things in place, and really being able to master sales. Because if you struggle to generate income in your business, then you don't have a business. You're going to have a really hard time in your business, right? And you need to have income for the obvious reasons, but you also need to generate sales in your business so that you can invest in long-term strategies, so you can invest in automated funnels, so you can invest in team and get support and some help so you can continue to grow your business without you having to be the only person driving that ship, right? If you want to invest in Facebook ads, if you want to reach out, broaden your reach and work with more people, help and serve more people, then that requires money. Those things are not free. So your business needs to generate income every day in the short term to invest and help you with those long-term strategies. And if objections is something that's coming up for you, rather you just don't know how to overcome them, or they're coming up so much that it's decreasing your sales, then that's a problem, right? Because what you want ideally is to see fewer objections, right? So if objections are coming up, you typically want to be saying, well, what did I do in the sales process that maybe I need to do differently, or maybe I didn't do it accurately to have that objection come up, right? Because an objection only comes up if you didn't secure someone's doubts or fears or questions, or if you didn't present your offer the right way, if you didn't ask the right questions, like if you didn't conduct your sales conversation the right way, then you're gonna notice a lot of objections, because an objection is just something that people say to nicely bypass your offer. And it doesn't mean that they don't want your offer. It doesn't mean your offer sucks. It doesn't even mean that you suck. It just means that you have a gap in your sales process and you don't know how to conduct sales the proper way. That's all that means, okay? And so one of the things that I have been able to do is I have been able to just about eliminate objections. So when I get on a sales conversation, 98% of the time I close that sale. As long as that's an ideal client and what I have to offer is a good fit and we both decide we want to work together, I close the sale. Now, the reason is because I know how to overcome objections. I know how to secure the client. I know how to, relieve them of their doubts and their fears and the worries and what ifs about making investments in their business. And very rarely do I get any objections. If anything, I get more clarifying questions. So maybe they just want to clarify some of the stuff we went over, or maybe they just need a little help navigating through some things that are coming up for them. So a little more clarity. But very rarely do I get objections like, I can't afford it right now, or, I have to think about it, or I'm not sure, maybe I can do this the next time you launch it. Like that type of stuff I used to get on the day, like on the daily, every day. I don't really get that, okay? So now, what I want to share here is that I spent probably 2 or 3 years mastering sales. So I was doing sales calls like literally all hours of the day and night, every day for more than 6 months, constantly doing discovery calls because I wanted to master sales. Because I knew if I don't get good at selling in my business, I'm going to have a really hard time ever growing my business. I'm always going to have to work 40, 50 hours a week, or I'm always going to have another job. Like I'll never just be able to work 20, 30 hours a week and call it good. And so I knew I had no choice but to get really good at sales. And I freaking hated sales. I hated them. I despised them. I just did not like them at all. And I avoided even doing them for so long. I would literally try anything to get sales other than to actually have a sales conversation. And so once I was able to do all those discovery calls, I started to really learn what was working and what was not working. So I would assess everything that I was doing through each call, and I would improve it every time, right? So I was testing and tweaking is what I was doing. And why not? I had a lot of free time because I was completely broken, not closing sales. So why not figure it out? And then what I did was I started to generate income. And I was like, oh my God, I closed that sale. And I'm like, if I can continue doing that, I can keep closing sales. So I kept doing that, right? And then from there, I was able to start making investments in additional training and also in additional other coaches that had already mastered sales. So I was able to really take my sales to another level. And the great news is that this does not need to take you guys years, because I'm going to share with you here, basically I'm summing up what I did over those years. That's really just 4 simple steps. So let's go ahead and dive in. So here's how this is going to go. This is what you can expect. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the 4 key steps. I just want to run down what they are real quick. And then I'm going to break those 4 key steps down in detail so that you can understand really what this step looks like and why it's important and how to go off and do it yourself. Okay, so I'm going to break the 4 steps down. And then I, of course, like always, want to leave you with an action step, because here's the bottom line. If you take in everything I share with you today, you could literally go off and just start generating sales in your business. You could start to see a huge decrease in objections. You could start to feel really good and have a lot of clarity. Like literally, you could start the process of mastering your sales as soon as today. However, if you don't take action with what I teach you here and you don't actually go off and implement this, then there's no point in even being here, because without the action, you're not going to have momentum. You're not going to move the needle forward in your business if you're just consuming information. So that was one of the things that I spent way too much time on in the earlier stages of my business, was literally just consuming information. I would just consume everything that everybody was offering and teaching, rather it had anything to do with what I needed help with or what I was struggling with or the business model I had at the time. It didn't matter. I was consuming every piece of information I could possibly take in, and it was confusing the hell out of me. And it got to the point where I had so much information that I didn't even know what steps to take, even though I had all this information in front of me. So it's really important that you understand that I'm going to show you 4 steps so that's going to help you with your sales. Okay. It's going to help you increase your sales so you can get more sales, and so that you see less objections. If that is not a struggle for you, then you don't need to be here, right? Do you understand what I'm getting at here? Like, I want you to consume this information, but more importantly, I want you to go off and take the action steps that I give you, because that is what will dictate how successful you're going to be going forward. Okay. So I don't want you to just sit here and consume more information. I want you to take the action. So that's what I'll leave you with. I'll leave you with the action step. Okay. So we're going to dive into the 4 steps to generating more sales and seeing fewer objections. Yeah, holla. Who doesn't want that, right? Okay, so here we are, guys. You're in the right place if you want to discover how to generate more sales in your business with fewer objections coming up. So like I said, if that's not you, just exit this live. There's no need for you to waste your time here. There's no need for you to watch this. I have nothing here for you if you're not looking for ways to generate more sales with fewer objections, because let's face it, nobody wants to generate sales where you have to overcome obstacles of objections. It makes it really, really hard, right? So my goal here is to show you how you can practically eliminate those objections. If that's you, then stick around. You're definitely in the right place. Okay, so here's what sales used to look like for me, and I want to keep this on the down low, guys. Like, don't tell everybody, because it's freaking embarrassing. Yeah, we're going to just kind of keep this between us, because let's face it, what I'm about to share, it's a little bit embarrassing to know that I was in this place and that I was, that this is what things look like for me. But you guys know I'm transparent. I will share the whole thing with you, like the whole shebang. I don't care. I want you guys to know all sides of it, because I'm not going to paint a picture of everything as all roses and flowers and butterflies. It's so easy, because let's face it, business is hard. Like, it's hard. This shit is not that easy, right? But it doesn't have to be super difficult. It doesn't have to take a long time. And that's why I share this content with you. So I'm going to share with you what this looked like for me before. Okay, so the not so good, ugly truth. So here's the facts. I used to do about 30 plus, maybe 40 discovery calls a month, and I would close maybe 1 sale. So can you imagine getting on the phone? Like, these were sales calls. Can you imagine getting on the phone, doing 30 or 40 discovery calls in a single month and closing 1 freaking sale? Can you just imagine for 1 second, like, what that felt like? It was really bad. Needless to say, when I look back, there was many ideal clients. Like, I actually could have really helped a lot of the people I spoke to, and they were actually great fits. Problem is, I had no idea how to position myself. I had no idea to have how to have the sales conversation. And so just due to my lack of experience, I lost income. I lost potential clients. I ended up putting in a lot of time and effort in these discovery calls, and I didn't even get maybe I got 1 sale. And so can you imagine putting all that time and effort to not even get sales? It was really bad. The other thing was I didn't value what I had to offer, so I would negotiate my rates and play really small. A lot of you, I know you can relate to this, right? Because it's really hard to, if you have insecurities, doubts, or fears, or any lack mindset, it's really hard to like hold your head high and be like, I am awesome. I do have some good shit to share, right? Because we're conditioned to not do that. We're conditioned to be like, don't brag. Don't tell everybody how good you are because it's not fair to the people that aren't as good. Or, don't be like hard-headed here. Like, that don't have a big head and brag, right? So that's how we're really conditioned. And so when it comes to telling people, potential clients, here is why you should work with me. Like, here is how I'm going to help you. It's really hard to do that if you don't really feel confident in yourself, right? Or if you have those doubts or fears. And so I would actually go into this cycle where they would say, oh, okay, cool. So, I mean, it sounds pretty interesting. And like, what's the investment? And I would say, it's $1,000, but I'm dropping it down right now to 500 if you sign up today. And I didn't even give them a chance to say like anything before I negotiated my rates. Sometimes I wouldn't even get that far. Sometimes I would have my rates at a certain thing, and before I'd get on the sales call, I would write down a new price. Like, I was planning in advance for them to object the price. So I know that a lot of my clients that have come to me and work with me, that's exactly what they used to do. They didn't even notice that they would get on a discovery call already assuming that the potential the client or the potential client, the person I was speaking with, was literally going to object the price. And they hadn't even had the call yet. And I can relate to that because that's exactly what I used to do. I would like premeditate that they were going to say, I can't invest. I don't have the money. That's too much. Why is it so much? And so I would immediately write down, okay, if I feel like the conversation's not going good, I'm going to drop it to this. And I would set that expectation before even speaking to them. So when people would ask me like, okay, Ann, why should I work with you? Like, why should I invest in this? I've tried other programs like this before, or, I've invested in coaches around sales and marketing and, I didn't get anything. And I had no idea how to respond to that because I really wasn't sure how I could help them. I actually didn't even know if my offer was the right offer for them. So if you can relate to that, give me a number one, like give me a 1 in the comments if you can relate to feeling like you're not sure if the offer you've created is actually what they need and is going to bring them to the next step. Like, have any of you ever felt like, is my offer actually going to bring them to the next step, help them reach their goals? Is my offer exactly what they really need right now? Like, give me a 1 if you've ever asked yourself that, because I know I used to do that all the time. I used to ask myself that all the time. Like, I really wasn't sure if my offer was for them. And so when it came down to really having to articulate the benefits of the program and why they should sign up, I was clueless. I had no idea how to respond to that. The other thing is that I used to get so many objections on my discovery calls and I didn't know how to overcome them, right? So give me a number 2 in the comments if you do not know how to overcome objections. Like, if you're getting objections and you're struggling with overcoming them. I used to fumble. I used to trip over my words. I used to resist and kind of change the subject. I had a really hard time overcoming the objections, but the worst part is I didn't even know why these objections were coming up to begin with. Like, in my mind, I had a really good offer. It sounded like it solved their problem. So for me, it was like, what's the problem? And so instead of looking at what I was doing wrong, I would always just say, God, they're not ready. They don't understand what they need. And I would put it on the client because I didn't want to deal with the fact that I was doing something wrong in my sales calls and that I literally had no idea how to overcome objections. I was in total denial about this. The fact of the matter is, if you're not closing sales with an ideal client, if you're on the phone with an ideal client and it's clearly a fit and you're not closing that sale, you're not conducting your sales call right and you don't know how to overcome objections, period. There's no way around it. It's not their fault. We can't put the blame on other people, right? Like, you're doing something wrong. And once you tap into that, you can start to dissect, okay, what is happening here? Why are objections coming up to begin with? Because until you know that, it's kind of hard to overcome them because you don't even know why they're coming up. Objections are not a normal part of the sales process. Objections are coming up because there's something missing in your sales process. Because if you have a solution to someone's problem, there's really no objection. It's a solution to a problem. So we'll dive into that a little bit more here in a few. The other thing I would do is I would premeditate my sales calls, and I'd create scripts. I would use these because I was like, I don't know what to say on these calls. I don't know what if they ask me a question that I don't know how to answer? Or what if they catch me off guard and they ask for the price of my program and I don't even know the price? Like, what if they do that, right? Or what if, they ask me what's included in my package and I don't know the answers. So literally, I had no idea what I was doing. I had to write everything down ahead of time and be like, then when they would ask me, okay, what's included in this package? How long is this package? What's the investment and like, why, what's the payment plan? I would have to write scripts because I had no idea how to have a natural, like, authentic conversation. I had no idea how to conduct my sales calls. The other thing is, for the first year of my business, I barely made $2,000 a month, and I worked well beyond 40 hours a week. I had my laptop, I had my iPhone and my iPad at the dinner table. I had it on the couch when we would do family movie night. I had it in the vehicles when we were out and about. I had it in my office. I had it laying in bed at night. I literally was working more than 40 hours a week in and on my business, and I was barely generating $2,000 a month. That included when I did 30 plus discovery calls a month, I still was barely generating $2,000 a month. I was working my tail off and I was not really making any money. So you can imagine how I was feeling. Like, if you can relate to putting in so much time and effort in your business and then just not, barely making ends meet, it's frustrating as hell, right? It's frustrating as hell. And it makes you wonder if this is the right move for you, like if you're going to be able to do this, right? So most of the time I would just put on a happy face. So like everyone that saw me online or in person thought I was so happy. But inside, I was insecure, I was depressed, I felt beat up and beat down by my own business. And I felt completely out of my realm. I really wasn't quite sure if I was meant to be an entrepreneur or if I was really going to be able to make money in my business. I doubted that every single day for years. I really just didn't think I was going to be able to make money. So let me give you a glimpse into today, because this was the not so good, ugly truth, but this isn't what things look like for me today at all. Actually, it's like the total opposite. So today, I hardly ever do discovery calls. Like, I will do them like once in a while, but I don't even know when I had a discovery call last, so hardly ever do I have to do discovery calls to generate income in my business. I really don't ever really have to do them. The other thing is, I know exactly how valuable my services are to my clients, and I completely stay in my own lane and I mind my own business, meaning that rather my people think it is what they need, or rather my people think that they, if they think they need sales, or if they think my prices are too high, or if they think my offer is not the right thing, I could care less, right? So I do not pay attention to trying to please everybody. I don't pay attention to he said, she said, or what this one's doing and what that one's doing, or what are people going to think, or are people going to pay this price, or like all of that BS, I do not entertain anymore, because I know what I have to offer, and I know what the value is in the services that I provide. So that's a huge leap from here, right, where I had no value at all for anything, right? Okay, so the other thing too is I don't fumble or pause when someone asks me why they should work with me, or what's included in the program, or what is the payment plan, or what's the investment. Like, I don't fumble and say like, oh my God, and freak out or have to write it down or anything. And actually, I do probably 98% of every piece of content that I do is I'm just completely doing it authentically and in real time. So for example, like this webinar right now, I'm sharing this with you and I don't have a single thing written down. I'm just kind of going with the flow because that's how I do my stuff the best. If I have a script, I get tripped up and I stumble and I fumble over my own words, right? And so I'm confident to the point now where I don't have to fumble and pause like that anymore. The other thing is if I do get an objection when I do a sales call, so I don't do them often, but when I do one and an objection comes up, I can overcome 98% of them within minutes, literally. Like hands down, I can overcome the objection within minutes because I have learned the sales process, right? Like there is a process, a formula to conduct in a sales call. It's not a script. It's totally authentic, but there is a formula. And if you're not doing this the right way, you're going to get objections that you're not going to be able to overcome. Bottom line, you're probably experiencing that, so you can probably say, yeah, that's true. I know I did for a long time. The other thing is my sales calls are done so authentically that I leave my clients with such an experience. Like I create a space for them that allows them to have an experience with me that they probably haven't had with somebody else, okay? This sells my programs by itself. I have had so many people sign up to work with me and they simply said, I signed up because of the freaking experience I had on your discovery call. Like, literally, you gave so much value. I felt so trusted and safe. I felt like you got me and you were so genuine. Like it was a no-brainer, Anne. Those are the types of comments that I get when I ask my clients, why did you sign up to work with me? Like when we were on that discovery call, why did you sign up? And those are the responses I get. So the space that you create when you're doing discovery calls is so important. It's so crucial to the success of your sales and your business. The other thing is I've not only created one multiple six-figure business, but I've done two now. I previously had a multi-VA company. I had handfuls of virtual assistants that worked for me, and I had hundreds of clients all across the globe. I ran that business for 5-ish years, if not more. And then I closed it and I started this business. So I have had two multiple six-figure businesses. The other thing is I've also had $15,000 launches in as little as 2 weeks. Okay. And last week I actually did a training just like this where I walked you through the steps that I took literally to generate $15,000 in 2 weeks. And I walked you through that entire process. And actually that video is still in the Cash Injection Junkies Facebook group if you haven't seen that one yet. I've also generated $20,000 in a week selling VIP days. I've helped my clients quit their 9-to-5 jobs in like literally just a few months. And I've helped brand new entrepreneurs who have never made any money, have never had a client, they've never had an offer, and I've helped them make thousands of dollars in just days. So these strategies work, okay? These strategies are not just working for me. Like this isn't something that I'm doing that's only working for me. Like my clients are getting the same results. They're having the same experience when they follow my process. The other thing too is I've been fortunate enough to buy not just one, but 2 homes for my family, take annual vacations. I've invested in top coaches like Suzanne Evans and Amanda Goldman Petrie, and I've had the honor of working on David Nagel's sales campaigns. This is all because of the fact that I'm able to master sales and not only have people see how valuable that is, but it's also allowed me to make the money I need to make the investments in the things that I want, both in business and in my personal life. So without mastering sales the way I have, I would not be able to have these experiences. I wouldn't be able to do these things. Now, I don't share this because I'm saying, hey, look what I'm able to do. Look what I've done, blah, blah. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not bragging right now. I'm sharing this with you because I've been where many of you are, and I totally freaking get that sales can be complicated and that it seems like it's really hard to do and it feels like a shitty feeling. But I'm telling you, sales is really freaking easy. It's not hard at all. You're overcomplicating it, but I promise you that sales is a lot easier than what you're experiencing right now. Generating income in your business is not hard to do. Okay. Everything that I've just shared with you, I went from all of this not so good, ugly truth crap to this, right? And it's possible for you too. You can be wherever you're at right now, and whatever it is that you're trying to work towards is absolutely possible for you. You got to do a little bit of that upfront work, right? So that you can create the results that you want to see, and then master your sales so that you never struggle financially again, right? Like, generating money when you have a business online and have access to billions of people should not be so hard. Think about that for a minute. You have free access to billions of people on the internet. Why would sales be so hard? It's because you're overcomplicating them and there's some gap in your sales process. So you're doing something wrong. So here's the rundown. I want to do a quick rundown of the 4 steps I'm going to share with you, and then I'm going to dive into each one in detail so that I can kind of share with you how this makes sense and how to pull it all together, okay? So let's do a quick rundown. So here's the 4 steps. Number 1, lose your lack mindset, okay? Number 2, start creating sellable. I want to say that again. Start creating sellable content that eliminates convincing and creates conversions, which is super important in sales. You should not be convincing, begging, pleading, or negotiating with people to have them make investments in you. You should not be doing that. If you're doing that, you're doing it wrong. You should not have to convince anybody. You shouldn't have to beg. You shouldn't have to negotiate. You shouldn't have to drop your prices. You shouldn't have to feel desperate. You shouldn't have to be salesy and pitchy. If you're doing that, you're doing sales wrong. And that's why it's so hard, okay? This is so important in the sales process. Number 3, focus on creating less offers that offer more value so that your offer does the selling for you. I see this way too much. I see entrepreneurs creating what they think is a valuable offer, but it's stuffed with so much fluff and BS that it looks so confusing and overwhelming to the people you're putting it in front of that they have no idea what you're offering. They have no idea if that's going to help them. They don't even know if that's an offer for them. In this case, when it comes to offers, less is more. Don't put fillers in your programs and in your offers. Don't fill it with stuff just to make it look like it has more value. You have to have congruency, and we'll talk about that. Number 4, focus on the right traffic. And this step alone, hands down, I'm not even kidding, hands down, is literally going to make or break your sales. Like, bottom line, if you don't put yourself and your offers and content in front of the right traffic, everything you're doing is for nothing, because it doesn't matter what you're creating or what you have to offer if it's not being put in front of the right people, okay? All right, let's move on. Let's break down and simplify each of these steps, because I want you to understand why these 4 steps are so important. If you don't master anything else, master these 4 steps, okay? It's literally put all your focus and attention on these 4 steps. Don't worry about anything else, okay? All right, let's break down each one. So let's talk about the mindset first, because this is the first step. This is the very first place, because I shared with you, with my not so good ugly truth, I shared with you that my mindset was pretty lack, okay? It was pretty bad. I was in scarcity mode, and I was constantly negotiating, and I was pricing my offers super low. I had no confidence. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't even know that I could offer anybody anything. I really felt like I had no value. But I was committed to trying to make this work. So my mindset was what was holding me back. My mindset and my lack of belief in myself was really causing me to take actions that were creating more lack results. Okay. So your mindset is such an important key to this. Whether you like hearing it, whether you like to do the work, whether you like to talk about it is totally irrelevant. The bottom line is you have to get this shit right. You got to get your mind right. Okay. You've got to get in the right mindset or you will struggle to generate sales in your business. Bottom line. So why you have to master your mindset? Let's talk about that, because one, you can't create space for your clients when you're all up in your own head. Okay, so have you ever got on a discovery call and while you're on that call, they're talking and you're thinking about what you're going to cook for dinner. You're thinking about how the hell you're going to pay your car insurance or how the hell you're going to pay your rent this month. And then you're thinking about all the other things that are coming up after this phone call. And then they're still talking while you're all up in your own head, focusing on your own shit. So first of all, I think that is out of integrity to be doing, because when somebody gives you their time and they're getting on the phone with you and they're sharing their personal experience of what they're going through, they should have your full attention. You should not even be thinking about yourself, because here's the first thing you need to understand about sales. It's not about you. If you walk away with anything today, walk away with that. Sales isn't about you. You're not selling to yourself. It has nothing to do with you. You're creating space to help other people, to be of service. So you should be for, with, and to your clients, not yourself. You got to set all your shit aside before you ever even enter a discovery call or a sales conversation. Everything going on in your life needs to be put on the back burner, because it doesn't matter during that time. What matters is that you are creating space for the people that you have asked to come speak with you. It's totally out of integrity for you to conduct your sales in any other manner. Okay, so you've got to master your mindset. You need to create the proper space for your clients. Okay, you need to put your own shit aside, your own problems. Okay, it's not that it doesn't matter, but your potential clients have their own problems. They don't care about your problems. Okay. The other thing too is that you want to be able to hold yourself high at high standards. Okay. Hold yourself in a high standard. Set the bar high for yourself, that you want to be a leader, an influencer. You want people to look up to you and look for you when they need help. In order to do that, you need to be strong. You need to push through the bullshit. You need to show up and inspire and motivate people, empower people to take action and go for what it is they want. You can't do that if you're so worried about your damn bills and how you're going to generate $500 next week. And, if you're worrying about, am I confident in this? And do I have what it takes? And will they pay that price? Like, again, it's not about you. So you need to get all of that shit straightened out before you do anything with sales. Secondly, when you are not confident in your ability to help people, you sell yourself short, you play small, and you do a disservice to your potential clients, right? So if you have a solution to someone's problem, you have no right to hide that solution. Like, seriously, if there's someone that has a problem and you have a solution to it, you should be like, by all means, shouting it from the rooftops that you have this solution. You should be visible. You should be putting yourself out there and letting these people see you, letting these people know that you've got a solution. You can help them. They don't have to stay stuck and struggling, right? You're selling yourself short, because the bottom line is, if you don't give them the solution, somebody else will. So whatever you're not willing to do, somebody else is more than willing. So either you step up to the plate and put yourself in the game, or you sell yourself short and you play small. Okay. And then the people that need you struggle until they find somebody else. Why do that? Why put yourself or put anybody else through that? It's out of integrity. Like, put yourself in the game. You signed up to be an entrepreneur, right? You're doing it. You're here. If you're gonna do it right. Do it with both feet planted on the ground and just get in and do it. Like, you will figure things out along the way, okay? Next, if you have fear or doubt that people will invest good money to work with you, then you will show up desperate and salesy. Bottom line, I did this for years, so I get it. But the thing is that if you are out of alignment with what you have to offer and with what your price points are, change it. Because at the end of the day, you have to sell your programs and services to make money in your business, or you're going to have to go get a job, right? Or you're going to have to shut your business down. You're not going to be able to do it. Or you're just going to struggle and it's going to suck, period, right? So if you aren't in alignment, if you don't feel confident about the prices of your offers, then change it. Either change the price, change the offer, or go find help so that you can get the offer and price point to be in alignment where the price complements the offer and the value within the offer, and you feel good selling it, and it's an easy yes for your clients. Like, this doesn't need to be so challenging. It's not that difficult. Get it to where you're happy with it, and you can grow and evolve from there. But at the end of the day, you have to sell your stuff, and if you're going to be selling, you might as well do it with confidence and some class, and you might as well do it where you don't have to show up desperate and salesy and be throwing your offer in people's faces, begging them to buy it. Next, if you're not confident with your mindset, then your actions are going to be really sporadic, and they're going to be fear-based, which is going to create distraction and resistance. I know many of you are dealing with that right now. You're dealing with distracting yourself with stupid shit in your business that's not making you money, that doesn't necessarily have to be done today, but you're doing it because you're resistant to do the things you know you need to do, which is probably sales, right? So your actions are being created by fear, right? You're taking fear-based action. You're being sporadic and random with what you're doing because you're distracting yourself from what you know you need to be doing, which is sales. And you're avoiding and resisting doing it because you don't know how to do them. You don't know how to do them, bottom line, right? This is something you have to change, because wouldn't you just rather generate the income that you want to see come in and do it easily and faster and with less objections and less hassle and technology and stress? Like, there's other people, not just myself, but there's other people that are out there doing it with ease. It doesn't have to be so hard. You're making it hard because you're just overcomplicating these simple steps. Next, you will create cheap offers. I hate the word cheap. I very rarely use it, but in this situation, it totally applies. You create cheap offers in hopes that someone will buy when you have a lack mindset, period. You think, okay, if I price this super low, I'll get more sales. No, you won't. Chances are you don't. Chances are you will not get more sales, and you'll work twice as hard. So you're going to work twice as hard for less. Who wants to do that? Why put yourself through this? The bottom line is, it doesn't take any more effort to sell something at 100,000 than it does to sell it at $1. It's just your mindset is what's different. Your mindset is different. You either wreak lack or you wreak abundance, and that's totally your choice. But it does not need to be this difficult. Remember, there's like billions of people that you have access to that doesn't even cost you any money. It costs you $0 to create a Facebook page, create a Facebook group, and go in other groups and chat with people. $0. And there's billions of people, and they're looking for help and service and support. What's the problem, right? You're just making this way too complicated. All right. Stay tuned at the end. I'll give you an action step for this, okay? I'm going to give you an action step for everything so that you know what you need to go off and do. Let's talk about the second piece, which is content, okay? This is why you need to master your content, okay? This is so big. The content that you create attracts the people that come to you. So for those of you in my community that are like, I'm getting people on discovery calls that are so broke, they have a lack mindset, They won't invest. They're not ready to invest. They tell me they are, but then they don't. They're not showing up to the discovery calls. They're going MIA. I put all this time into doing a call with them. I sent them the contract and pay link, and now they're nowhere to be found, and they're not responding. This sucks. What do I do? Well, the thing is your mindset and your content attracted that person. So if you have a lack mindset, then you're creating lack content, period. And if you're creating lack content, you are attracting lack-minded people, which means you're going to attract people that are broke or that have money problems themselves or mindset issues or blocks. They're not ready to invest. They're scared to death to invest. And actually, they're getting on the call to pick your brain, to get your free shit from you, like whatever they can get for free, and they're out the door. They don't have any intention of investing in you. You are attracting those people. So instead of complaining and bitching about it, what I want you to do is sit back and say, wait a minute, this is a mirror of me. So why am I attracting this type of people or this type of person? Why are these types of people coming to me? What the hell am I doing? What content am I putting out there that's bringing these people to me? It's a simple fix. Change your content. Change your mindset, change your content, you'll change your results. It's really that simple. If you're attracting what you don't want, then change your mindset and your content so that you attract what you do want. There's nothing more to that. All right, next. When you just toss random posts that have no monetary value to them, you're not only wasting tons of your time, but you're turning people off. So when you're putting content out there that's just so random, it's like out in left field, it holds no monetary value. They don't see what the point of it is. It doesn't resonate with them. It doesn't make sense. It's not a solution. It's not a next step. It absolutely holds no value. You've just wasted your time to put that out there, but now people aren't interested in what you're talking about. So you're losing potential clients. Here's the thing. You want to be positioning yourself as the person that the people who need you want to go to solve their problems. So if you're on Facebook talking about shit that makes no sense to what they're going through, and it's just babble, then you're not going to get results. And not only are you going to waste your time, but you're also going to turn people off. They're going to, unfollow you or unfriend you. They're going to say, oh, she doesn't have what I need. I need to find someone that does. And you're turning people off. And it's really hard to turn them back on once you've turned them off. Okay? So it's really important that you are more mindful. You need to be more mindful with what you're putting out there for content. And you should be asking yourself, with everything you write, what's the purpose of this post? What's the purpose of this message? What do I want to see happen from this? There's nothing wrong with sharing personal things once in a while or little random shares. But I'm talking about your marketing content. Okay? You need to be more strategic with the content piece of your marketing. You need to get a little bit more strategic so that everything you're putting out there is bringing you closer to the results that you want to see. When you create shitty content, you get shitty results. Like literally, that's really just summing up all of this, because if you're creating shitty content, you're going to get shitty results, okay? Nobody wants to be blast promoted to. Nobody wants to see you tossing your offers in their faces. Nobody wants to see you begging people to work with you. Nobody cares about that shit. Nobody's really seeing that, okay? So you need to be creating better, more valuable driven, rich content, okay? Content rich. You really need to have a strategy for the type of content you're putting out there. One, for your time and sanity, but two, so that when you put stuff out there, it's bringing you the clients, it's bringing you results, it's bringing you discovery calls, it's bringing you sales, whatever your goals are. Otherwise, why are you doing it, right? If your content isn't speaking to your audience's pain and their desires, it will not sell. So I see a lot of people, and I used to do this myself, is I always focused on the pain points. Well, here's the problem. Your clients already know their pain. They're dealing with it right now. They're sick of it. That's what they feel every day, the pain. They already know they're in pain. They already know their challenges and their struggles. They don't need you to continue reiterating that. So what you want to do is touch on the pain slightly so that you attract them, you get their attention. But then you also need to mingle in their desires. You need to talk about the benefits. You need to talk about why they should work with you, or what the benefits are of your offer, or what's possible for them. And you actually need to paint the picture. You need to paint the picture for them so that they can see what's possible. Because if they're in pain right now, it's really hard for them to see what's possible because they're hopeless, right? They feel really like beat down and hopeless. So your job is to touch on the pain points so that you can resonate with them. But then you want to talk about their desires, and you need to do both. You have to do both, or your content is not going to sell. If you're not following up, if you're not being visible every day and giving your best shit away for free because you don't know what to say or what steps to take, then you're leaving shit tons of money on the table. I cannot even tell you how many sales you're losing if you're not following up and being visible every day and giving your best shit away for free. Faux free, people, faux free. Okay, you need to be giving your best stuff away every single day. And if you have that fear that so many of you have, where it's like, oh my God, if I give my best stuff away, why would they invest? Stop saying that, because the thing is just because you're giving them some of your best stuff for free does not mean that that's all you have to offer and that they're able to take that and go make all their dreams come true. They still need your help. They still need your guidance. They still have the same problems they had when they showed up and read your post or your email or opted in for your checklist or got on the phone with you. They still have the same problems. And their problem is they don't know how to pull it all together. You can teach them everything and anything, but they don't have what they need to pull it all together, or they would have done that. They wouldn't even come to you to begin with, right? So the fact is, you want to be giving your best stuff. You need to be showing up every single day. Stop promoting and selling and start serving, okay? And then follow up. Follow up like your life depends on it, okay? You want to follow up like crazy with every single lead you can possibly follow up with. All right, let me just check this over here real quick. Okay, so because one of the things with the following up is you can maximize so many additional sales through a proper follow-up. Okay, if you have a proper follow-up in place, you will maximize your sales. And if you don't do that, you'll lose sales, okay? So then also, if you're not sure what type of content to create and how to articulate the benefits, so what's in it for them, you might as well not post anything at all. Like you might as well just forget it, because it doesn't matter how great your offer is. It doesn't matter how much people like you. Fans don't buy. Like, people saying that you're great and your content's awesome and they totally dig what you're doing and they get what you're putting down. It doesn't matter. That doesn't mean they're going to buy from you. So if you can't articulate why they need to make this investment, why now and not later, and what's in it for them, then there's no point of even posting, because your content needs to articulate this. That's going to be an objection. Okay, they're going to want to know why this program. And they're going to want to know why now? Why right now? I could do this next month or next week. Why right now? If your content doesn't articulate this for them and speak to this, then you're going to get objections and you're not going to get results, and there was no point of even posting it. Your content, hands down, can do the selling for you if you do it right. And it's nearly impossible to generate any sales or create any sellable offers if you do not know how to create sellable content, because the content is what's going to sell your offers. And if you don't know how to create content, then you don't know how to tell people about your offer, which equals no sales. So stay tuned for your action step, okay? Because we'll get to that. So let's talk about the offers, okay? Because I'm bringing that up, and you guys are like, okay, so what's the offers about? So let's talk about this. This is why you need to master your offers. Creating the right offer for the right people will dictate your success hands freaking down, okay? Because here's the thing. I have had a lot of people come to me and we've worked together and their offers were so phenomenal and they thought their offer sucked because nobody was buying it. Their offers were phenomenal. The problem is they were putting them in front of the wrong freaking people. So they thought it was their offer when in fact it was the audience. So it's really key here. And I can't stress this enough. It's really, really key that your offer and that the people you put the offer in front of, so the offer and the traffic, have complete alignment. You've got to put the right offers in front of the right people, okay? This is super important. If you don't know what your ideal client's biggest struggle is, that they're willing to pay money to make it go away, then you're screwed. Because again, fans don't buy. Like, just because somebody thinks you have a good offer doesn't mean they're going to buy it. Just because someone thinks that you're really cool and so sweet and nice doesn't mean they're going to purchase from you. Just because somebody hopped on your email list in response to a couple emails doesn't mean they're going to buy from you. You need to be putting offers in content in front of your ideal clients that speaks to their biggest challenge or their biggest pain point that they're experiencing right now. Because they are willing, whether you believe this or not, they are willing to pay money to make that problem go away. They will pay somebody with the solution, the right solution. They will pay them money to make that problem go away. Okay? The question is, are you putting the right solution in front of the right people? And if you are, then they will pay you for you to help them make that problem go away, but you've got to position it all properly, which are these 4 steps. Okay, if you can't tell a prospect in under 2 minutes, I almost want to say under a minute, but under 2 minutes, why they need to invest in your offer, your program or service, and what they stand to gain, then you lose. Okay, you will lose, because there's a lot of people with a lot of offers out there, okay? People are more and more hesitant of making investments nowadays than ever before, because there's so many entrepreneurs and there's so many offers and options that people are actually shying away from making investments because they're tired of all the selling, okay? They're not seeing anything authentic. They're not seeing anything stand out. And so it's getting harder and harder to sell. So what you have to do is you have to be able to clearly and quickly articulate why your program. Why? Why is your program the program? Why is it so phenomenal? Why is it so awesome? Why do I need to invest in it? And why now? What am I going to get out of it? If you can't answer and wrap that up in under 2 minutes, then you lose. They're going to come to you with objections. They're going to give you a bunch of excuses so that they don't have to buy right now. And they're going to go off and they're going to think about it and probably purchase from someone else, because the only reason they're going to make the investment is what's in it for them. They really don't care about all the nitty-gritty details. That stuff comes later. They need to know immediately, why this program, why now, what's in it for me. And if you can't sum that up really quickly and really easily without pausing and fumbling and thinking about it, you lose. When you get all tripped up on, what's included, what's the price point, what are the benefits, and all of that stuff, you're going to lose sales. You're going to get a lot of objections, because people expect you to be an expert. Right? You're putting yourself out there as an expert who can help people do X. And then they get on the phone with you and you're fumbling over, you flip-flop, you're flopping around like a fish out of water with, I don't know, oh, my price is this and that, and here's what's included, and oh my gosh, like, you're kind of like all over the place trying to gather your thoughts, and then they start throwing objections at you at the same time, and you might as well forget it. You have no idea how to handle this, right? This is happening because you're not conducting your sales properly to begin with, but you're also not in alignment with your offers and your prices. And you obviously clearly are not confident and clear on the benefits of and the value of your offer, and why people need it. And that is a big deal breaker, because that's really going to make it hard for you to get sales. It really is. It's going to make it really hard for you to generate consistent sales. You're always going to be chasing clients and working really hard. And it makes it harder to overcome objections. Okay, you absolutely need to focus on less when it comes to your offers. Congruency takes priority, okay? It is not about like, let's fill this program with everything I've ever created in my life. Let's throw it all in there so it looks so valuable so I can put a high ticket offer or price on this, right? Here's the thing. Less is more, because your offer, the last thing your people want or need is more shit to do. The last thing they need is a bigger to-do list. They don't need that. They're already overwhelmed, confused, burnt out, busy. They have no time left. They're already strapped. Like, they don't need something that looks like another to-do on their to-do list. What they need is a solution. That's all they're looking for. If you give the solution in your offer, you don't even need to add any additional stuff to it. It will sell itself. But it has to be congruent with what your client needs. What is their next step? That is priority in your offers. You can add bonuses, you can add other things as long as it makes sense and it's what your client needs. Otherwise, they see it as just more to do. That will kill your sales, because that's the last thing your people want or need is more to do. If you don't know what offers sell the best inside your funnels, inside your marketing, on your sales page, then you're going to flip-flop and dabble trying to figure out all of these details, and you're going to end up losing sales, right? So I don't know about you, but I had a different offer every week, every month. One month I would be a business coach, then I'd be a mindset coach, and then I would have a sales program, and then I would have a social media program, and I was bouncing all over the place because I was trying to find an offer that would actually sell. So if you don't know what offers sell best for your particular industry, then you're going to have a very hard time generating consistent sales. I see a lot of entrepreneurs, and I did this too, creating offers that they think are valuable and that they think their clients want and that they think is sellable. The problem is what you think is near irrelevant if your ideal clients don't feel the same way, because they're the ones that are going to either buy it or not buy it. And that's going to make or break your sales. So if you're not sure what type of offers that you should be creating that will sell, that your ideal clients will eat up like hotcakes, then you're going to struggle, right? You want your ideal clients like a magnet. You want them just coming to you like, oh my God, I need that. Oh my God, how do I buy this? How do I work with you, right? You want this to be easier. So you have to do the right things and focus on the right things in order to make this process easier, or you're going to dabble in a little bit of everything and you're going to lose a ton of sales. All right, stay tuned for your action step. Let's talk about the final step, number 4, which is traffic. So we've already touched on this a little bit, right? We've already been kind of talking about how important the right traffic is, because it doesn't matter what your offer is if you don't have it in front of the right traffic. So here's the easy fact. Anybody can throw an offer out to the entire world, right? That's super easy. Like any of you right now, any person can go online, pop into Facebook or whatever social media platform you use and drop an offer. Anybody can do that. That's freaking easy, right? But that is not effective at all, okay? Just throwing random offers out there's more to creating offers than just throwing it out to anybody, right? Like there's more to it than that. The traffic that you attract is going to dictate if you generate sales or not. So why would you want to go put all this time and energy into putting an offer together and then throwing it out to every single person that you are connected with online or that you could possibly put it in front of if you don't even know if that's the right traffic? You're wasting time. You're working way harder than you have to generate sales. This is the problem right here. You're thinking that if you just put this offer in front of the billions of people on the internet, you're apt to get some sales. The problem is all the time and energy that it takes to do that is not worth the few people that are going to actually see it and say, yes, that's me. Right? Wouldn't you rather just take a few minutes, put it right in front of exactly the right people, and have those whole bunch of people say, raise their hand and say, I'm in? Wouldn't you rather just do that faster and easier? Because you're going to get more sales that way. If you're putting your offer in front of people who don't give a shit and don't need it, you're working too hard and you're wasting time. You're putting in too much effort for nothing. When you attract the wrong people, you're not just wasting time, but you're losing money. Because now that time that you're putting in to getting the offer together and then putting the content and blasting it out into all these Facebook groups and on your page and in your group, all the time and energy it's taken to do that could have been put in front of the right people in half the time and effort, and you would have gotten more sales than what you did. Okay, so it's really about finding that exactly that right traffic and only focusing on that traffic, right? You have to put your sellable content and offers in front of the right people so that you can easily and quickly generate sales, help your ideal clients, and see the recurrent income. The problem is a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs are constantly, and I see experts like leaders in our industry chasing their next clients all the time. They're chasing them down and chasing them down. And that's because they don't have recurring clients, because maybe they didn't put the right offer in front of them, or maybe they didn't help them for whatever reason. They're always bringing in new people instead of renewing their current clients, like people that are already invested in them. Again, you're working too hard. You're putting in too much effort, too much time, too much money, and you're not getting a return on your investment. When you attract non-ideal clients, you could luck out and get sales like I have. I've absolutely worked with people that were not ideal clients. I've absolutely made money from people that are not my ideal clients, but they drag you through your business. You don't enjoy the work. They don't get the best of you. They don't get the best results because you don't really put in the full effort because you don't enjoy it. And it just makes for harder and longer, that makes for harder work, for longer sales, for less. Again, why would you want to work so hard and put in so much effort for less when you could work so much easier and smarter and generate more income, more results? It makes no sense. It doesn't even make sense to do it, like to work so hard at this. It doesn't even make sense. If you don't nail your traffic, you'll always be chasing down your next set of clients. Just like I shared, that I've seen people do that. I've actually done that. I have had many programs in the past where when those contracts come to an end, I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off trying to find my next set of clients because I didn't set myself up for that. I didn't set myself up for recurrent income. Right? I didn't focus on the right things. I focused on just landing the clients I needed at that moment. And I wasn't thinking ahead of what do I need to do so that when these contracts end, I'm not like a fish out of water flopping around broke. I need to make sure I have my things in order, right? So you don't want to, if you attract the right traffic right from the start, you will have recurring clients. You will have traffic that will refer people to you. You will have traffic that will talk about you, highlight you, recommend you. You will have traffic that will keep buying from you. So there's no need for you to make this so complicated. You'll know that you have traffic at any given time to turn to and generate an income from. Those are the 4 steps. Those are the 4 steps for more sales and fewer objections. And literally, if you follow the 4 steps, you will see more sales and fewer objections, hands down. So let's do a quick recap. We have the mindset. So get out of the lack mindset. Create sellable content. Let me say it again. Create sellable content. Your free content should do two things. Your free content should later be able to be sold as paid content. It should also do the selling for you. So it should touch on the key points it needs to touch on so that you can sell less, serve more, and your content can do the selling for you. Create your sellable offer. Create an offer that speaks to your client's pain points and desires and that is solution-based. It offers the solution that your ideal clients are looking for. They will invest in that solution. If you present the right offer to them, the right solution, they will make the investment. Okay, so you got to get that offer right, and it has, again, less is more. It has to speak to the pain and desire of your ideal client, and you need to be able to articulate why they need to invest in this, why it is so important to do it now, and what is in it for them, and paint that picture. Focus on the right traffic was number 4. Your offer and your content and your mindset mean nothing if you're not putting it all in front of the right people. You have to get it in front of the right people all the time, every day, all the time. If you're not putting it in front of the right people, you will not generate the results that you want. And if you do, it'll be far and few between, and you will work really, really hard for very little. All right. So now I want you to imagine having the clients, the right traffic, lined up, saying yes, right? No more no's, maybe, got to think about it, not today, I don't have the money, I got to talk to this one and that one, maybe next week, maybe next month. Like, oh my God, we could go on and on about the excuses that come up, right? How about just imagining that you have clients saying yes? Oh my God, yes. They're raising their hand. I need this. This is exactly what I've been looking for. This is what I need to move forward in my business. I need this. I'm in. What's next? Imagine having that. Okay. Imagine having faster income, consistent income coming in on a regular basis every day, like clockwork. It's just coming into your business, whether you're at your computer working or you're not. And this comes down to the right traffic, the right offer and mindset, and having the sellable content, but it also comes down to you putting the right things in place. You want to have the right things in place so that you don't have to work so hard to generate sales. Again, this doesn't need to be so hard. Doesn't have to take a long time. And then also I want you to imagine having the solution that your ideal clients are willing to pay for. I want you to imagine having an offer, okay, that is priced, it feels really good to you, it's a super easy yes for them, and it clearly expresses the solution to their biggest problem. Imagine having that offer where your ideal clients have no doubt, this is the program for me because that's the solution I need. Imagine that your offer has the solution that your ideal clients are willing to pay for. Imagine that, because it is a really good feeling. It is a really good feeling to know that you have a solution that your ideal clients are going to say yes to, because it is the solution to their biggest problem. They will pay for that. Okay, so you came here today because you wanted to discover how you could generate more sales in your business with fewer objections so that you can generate consistent, faster, easier income and not have to work so hard and overcome objections and deal with excuses and chasing down clients, right? That's why you came here. Well, now you know. I just shared the 4 things that you need to focus on in order for you to generate those sales, okay, in your business faster and easier with fewer objections. So fewer obstacles that you come up against, right, when it comes to closing sales. Okay, so here's your action step. Okay, this is what I basically would recommend that you go off right now and do today, is that you get dangerously, okay, dangerously clear on what your ideal client needs so bad from you that they will pay to make it go away, and then go create content and offers around that confidently, right? Because remember, your mindset is a big deal. Even if you have an amazing offer that is a solution, it doesn't mean they're going to make the investment if you're not confident in it, because you have to sell it. Okay? You sell it, they buy it. It's not them selling it, you buying it. It's the other way around. So you need to be confident with this. So I want you to go get dangerously clear on what it is your ideal client needs so badly. That way you can create content and offers around that challenge. That's the 4 steps to more sales and fewer objections. Now, if you need help to shift your mindset from lack or scarcity or doubt, fear, desperation, if you need help to uncover what your ideal client really needs from you, so maybe you don't know what they truly really need, or what is that pain point that they're really willing to pay for the solution to. If you don't know that, if you need help to create content that is pure value and speaks directly to your client's pain and desires at the same time, if you need help to put together high ticket offers that sell so well, they sell so good, and they do the selling for you, and if you need help to determine where do you find your tribe online so that you can get that content and those offers directly in front of them, well, the sales remedy is your answer. Because the sales remedy, if you're wondering what the heck that is, it's a live and personalized 3-month group sales training program. This is my signature sales training. In short, it's basically designed to help you generate an influx of cash in the door through tapping into your hottest traffic and putting sellable offers and content in front of them that they cannot say no to. Like, that is the short version. So here's how it will help you. The sales remedy is going to help you. I'll give you the short version. Again, because I like to simplify things. In this program, you will create a list of hot leads that are ready to buy. You will create a sellable offer to put in front of those hot leads. You will learn simple and proven strategies to activate those hot leads to become buyers. And you will fill your program faster and easier without all the hustle and the tech. Now, additionally, inside the program, you're going to become confident in your selling abilities, because we're going to be focusing on sales and mindset around sales. You will also learn my conversation to close formula that allows me and my clients to convert up to 98% of our sales calls. So this formula is something I have been doing for more than 5 years. I haven't had to change it at all. It works like a charm, right? Why fix something that's not broke? It works amazing. It's super authentic, and it's going to help you not just do the sales call properly, but also overcoming objections like nothing, okay? Like a breeze. You'll also learn how to create sellable messages for all of your marketing. And you will learn how to generate a fast influx of cash into your business that's rents and repeatable. So you can use these strategies that I'm going to teach you anytime you need an influx of cash in your business. Okay? If you're that person saying, I don't have a lot of time, and like, what am I going to have to put into this? Well, here's a download of how the sales remedy is delivered. It's a 3-month live training. This is not a cookie cutter program where it's already created and everything is already recorded and you're just going to sit and listen to it like it's live. It is a live training. It is delivered webinar style, just like this. So you get your visual, plus you get to hear me, so you get both points. I'm touching on both learning points. We have bi-weekly training calls, so it's super interactive. This is not an informational training. So again, like I talked about in the beginning of this free training, is you don't need more information. You need strategies and implementation. You need to go take action is what you need. You do not need more information. So this program is extremely interactive and it's very action-based. This program is not going to give you a shit ton of information. It's going to give you only what you need to go out and generate more sales faster and easier. and doing it with confidence. It's going to teach you how to do that. We're only touching on what you need to make that happen. Okay, and then it's very interactive and action-based. We have bi-weekly Q&A calls, okay? Private Facebook community, I'm in there every day, so you're gonna have complete access to me through this entire 3-month program. Plus there's over 30 women in there now, 30 entrepreneurs in there now who have built amazing, freaking outstanding relationships. They're in there supporting each other and buddying up and partnering up together. It's an amazing community, super tight community. And you can expect to probably put in 2 to 3 hours a week for the training and the implementing. And again, if you're running a business, then if you can't put 2 to 3 hours a week into your business, then you should go get a job, and you should not be trying to be an entrepreneur. You have to have at least 2 or 3 hours, regardless if you're investing in a program or not, to put into your business. In any case, though, everything is recorded. You won't miss a thing. All right, plus, if that's not enough, I want you to check out the limited time bonuses. So when you sign up, you're going to get access to my master marketing spreadsheet. I showed this a few months back. Actually, we were selling it a while back. This spreadsheet runs my business. It is the bomb. It's got everything in it that you need to quickly and easily generate sales in your business. It organizes and centralizes everything for you: your leads, your offers, your keywords, your the way you survey and poll your audience, everything. Your content delivery schedule is in there. Everything is in there that you need. I've got it all customized. We've actually updated it, so it's completely different from the previous version of it that we sold with the last time we ran this program. It's completely updated and improved, so you'll get access to that. Plus, there's 5 or 6 expert bonus trainings that include a training on copywriting, booking mad discovery calls, creating and selling VIP days, and more. And I want to share that I just added yesterday, my team and I decided to add my money funnel formula. So this is going to be a bonus when you sign up today. And here's the thing, this is an automated sales funnel that will allow you to maximize your sales with less time, effort, and money through giving massive free value that will take your audience through an experience that will leave them asking you how they can work with you. They will be coming to you. So this is a money funnel formula. It's an automated sales funnel that I use behind the scenes that I am going to give you as a bonus. So here's the money funnel formula. In this complete training, so you're getting everything, you will learn how to create sellable content that is so value-driven and content-rich that your ideal clients will be lining up with their credit cards out. You're going to learn which offers to create that sell the fastest and the easiest, and they also give the most value. You're going to learn how to set up a content delivery system that makes visibility a total breeze while saving you hours of wasted time each and every week. You're going to learn what types of call to actions to use, when to use them, and where to use them. You're going to learn how to articulate the benefits, so what's in it for them, so that you get less objections and you get more sales right on the phone with them, so on the sales call. You're going to learn how to price your offers so they complement the value, feel good for you, and they make for an easy yes for your clients. You're also going to learn how to set up an automated sales funnel that increases your conversions. Okay, this is one sales funnel you're going to set up that will increase your conversions. You're also going to learn strategies for getting your content in front of your tribe and minimizing your marketing efforts. So these are going to be proven, simple marketing strategies to pull every bit of this together. So those strategies will pull everything together for you in this program. And this is a complete complement to the sales program, okay? So this is congruent with the program in general. So there's more. When you sign up today, you're going to get all my templates, scripts, and resources so that you can set up and implement the money funnel formula in your own business, okay? But you're also going to get SOS tech support. So when you join us inside the Sales Remedy, which is the sales training program, you're going to get bonused in the money funnel formula, but you're also going to get 2 hours with my lead tech to help you set up the money funnel formula so that you don't have to worry about the tech side of things. I got you back. I got you totally covered. All right, so if that is enough for you and you're wondering where to sign up, if this is speaking to you, all you have to do to sign up and get access to these bonuses is go to the salesremedy.com/remedy. And I'm going to drop this link right in the description box above. When you sign up, you're going to receive a welcome email. It's going to give you everything you need to get started, okay? You'll be able to get in the Facebook group, get immediate access to me in the community. You'll get everything you need as soon as you sign up. Any questions? Let me just pull up my Facebook here because I don't know if anyone has had any questions or not. Anybody have any questions? Let me just go through here. Hi, Victoria. Okay. Let's see. Beate says, thank you for today, Anne. Really looking forward to the program. Yay, me too. I know, I'm so excited to be working with you inside the program. I cannot wait. We are counting down. I think there's 5 days left. So super, super excited. I cannot wait to get started. And in case anyone is wondering, May 1st is our orientation. So we begin on May 1st. All right, any questions? If nobody has any questions, let's move on. But go ahead and drop them in the comments if you have any questions. If you are still on the fence, so maybe if you have questions or you're not sure if the program is your next best step, or if you just want to get on and talk about it, you can book your call. All you have to do is go to calendly.com/AnnMstrout/sales remedy. I'm also going to put that link in the description above so that you can book a call with me. It's a complimentary 20-minute call. I'll answer all your questions about the program, and we'll see if it's a good fit. You have nothing to lose. You know, it's not a high-pressure call or anything. We're simply going to discover if this is for you or not. When you book a call, I want you to please understand that you're taking this away from somebody else. So only book if you're serious, okay? Because I only have limited space on my calendar, and I don't have space for people that are just looking to pick my brain for free information, or they're not really serious, because there's people out there that need this program, and I want those people to get a spot on my calendar. So only book a call if that's you, okay? So I want to thank you guys all for joining me today. I hope that you found these 4 steps valuable, and I hope you're going to go off and actually implement those 4 steps. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments below. I'll be checking in and answering all your questions, and I will put the links to sign up for the Sales Remedy and get your bonuses. I will put that link in the comments above, but it is just go to www.thesalesremedy.com/remedy, and I will drop that link and the link to book a call with me in the description box above. So thank you guys all for joining me here today. Go off and implement these 4 steps. If you're struggling and need help, get your butt in the program. We are closing the doors. The cart is down in 5 days, and I will see you all on the other side.